The Hilltop Glove Podcast is sponsored by Mid Carolina Service Company.
Mid Carolina Service Company is the first name to search for your residential or commercial HVAC needs in Lexington and surrounding areas.
Just go holler at Jason and Clint. They'll hook you up on the air conditioners, on the restaurant equipment, refrigerators, refrigeration, ice machine repair. They've been doing this for years. I know them cats forever.
Family owned and operated since 2006, they pride themselves in their quality work and customer relationships. Call 803-356-4153 or visit midcarolinaserviceco.com for a no obligation quote for service today. This episode of Hilltop Glove Podcast is proudly sponsored by Your Dollar Store, located at 3017 Farrell Road in Columbia, South Carolina. Owned by Brian Thomas, Your Dollar Store has been serving the community since June 2021 with a mission to provide fresh produce and essential household items to neighborhoods in need, serving areas like Booker, Washington Heights, and other nearby locations affected by grocery store closures. Your Dollar Store is a convenient one-stop shop for those seeking healthier food options and affordable essentials. Support a local business that's dedicated to giving back. Your Dollar Store, where you can shop, chat, and leave with a smile.
The Hilltop Glove Podcast is sponsored by True Brilliance Entertainment.
True Brilliance is a production, promotions, and management company dedicated to connecting artists and producers across the Carolinas to music industry professionals.
Several of their clients have placements both domestic and internationally as a result of their services.
Are you an artist or producer looking to build meaningful relationships within the music industry? Then True Brilliance is for you. Check them out at paramilitary.com. That's spelled P-A-I-R-A military.com.
Welcome to the Hilltop Glove Podcast.
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 The Hilltop Glove Podcast.
Welcome to the Hilltop Glove Podcast. We are at the Boys and Girls Club today.
Yeah.
With our friends at Kids Gloves, which is a program that we do every week where we educate the youth on how to do podcasting. And they are actually producing us today.
Whoop, whoop.
So,
let's roll.
yeah.
So this is actually our season finale. Mm-hmm. We've recorded a lot of episodes this year. We talked to a lot of interesting people. We've gone between here, Charleston, Charlotte. We made that thing happen. Mm-hmm. And I think y'all ready. Newberry too.
Yeah.
I almost forgot.
Oh, I missed that one. Yeah.
Newberry.
Why'd
We went to
y'all go to
Newberry.
Newberry?
Oh man, we actually went to go see a really dope art facility.
Yeah,
I said it like it's some kind of special
art
gallery. Yeah,
art gallery.
We haven't dropped that episode yet, but
Yeah.
it's a huge painting behind us with like a bunch of historical Black people. It's so cool.
It's really cool. We talked to a really good guy. He was the owner of a coffee shop in Newberry, and he let us go and tour his store while it was closed. We got coffee made and stuff like that, and the coffee was really good. Oh, Mike, you
It was
like
really
it?
Yeah, so you guys got to watch that episode when we drop it. So how do you guys feel being on our episode? Because we're usually in the background watching you guys.
I feel like it's a good experience to learn how to a podcast and do other things than watch.
Speaking to that mic, girl. Speaking to the mic. Don't be shy.
Have y'all learned, since us being here, have you guys learned a lot? Because this is probably like our third year, I think. Second year of being here.
Yeah, I learned a lot, but I always knew how to talk, but yeah, I'm a good talker, so it's good to put it to a good use.
Okay.
I feel like I learned how to speak better, improve my speaking, talk to people.
I've noticed you getting really good at pulling questions out of the hat.
Yeah.
Running with it.
You know why?
You know what I mean by that?
Because he's a Virgo.
All right, if you all haven't already paid attention,
We got the same birthday.
This young lady, oh my Lord.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Really?
I ain't know that.
September 9th.
Yo, okay. That makes sense now.
Gemini's better.
You know me? She a Virgo.
I know. That's why she producing.
What? it?
I'm
Nah.
I'm staying out of this.
You're Leo? You gonna stay out of
I'm a
it?
Gemini. I'm the best sign ever.
Okay.
You two signs in one.
What you is?
I'm a
I
Cancer.
am.
Gemini, y'all two people on one.
Yeah. Two spirits in one.
We is not two-faced.
I like how she said.
It's not really
people.
two-faced.
Know what it means.
You got a dichotomy of
two-faced, and I'm
two
like-
different types of energy.
No,
Yeah.
you're not two-faced. You
Yeah.
guys are actually
Yeah.
We just argue all the time. And
Yeah,
lie.
I'm so nice.
Leos.
Leos are
I lie.
Lions.
Those are interesting.
You guys are
brave.
lions.
Leos are in charge.
I'm a butterfly. No, I'm real. That's what it is.
I'm a lion.
It is a butterfly.
Gemini?
Gemini?
I never heard that.
Twins. Yeah, that's the first time I heard.
Oh, my
Twins.
brother, we is twins. That is it.
Yeah, you twin.
Oh, that's even better.
Twin Gemini.
Gemini twins.
Oh my goodness. Okay, no wonder. That makes sense now. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, I know y'all couldn't see because we don't look alike, but
Y'all look like
Yeah,
like.
yeah. Y'all favor. Mhm. But
If you guys could access anything,
Yeah.
what would you want to ask us? This is a free range episode for you guys
yeah.
and for us.
What did y'all get from starting Hilltop Glove?
What do you mean? Like money?
No, like what did y'all like doing
time.
this? Like, what did y'all get?
What do we get out of it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I like talking to people. I like hearing everybody's story. I feel like everybody has a unique story, and they
Yeah.
have to, you have to pull it out of them while you're talking. So
Right.
I enjoy that with the conversations.
I feel like adults, a lot of times, like the conversations that you have when you're younger, like we stop having those conversations and really trying to like talk to the people as a person and not just a mask that they wear all the time. So
Yep.
we're always trying to drill down a little bit and have real conversations.
I think that's like the main goal of a good interview is to not just speak to the person at their status or what they're presenting to public, like I said, the mask, but to figure out what they are. My dad would say what they're really here for.
Right.
And so when you do that, you learn some really cool things, and you start to peel back the layers of that onion and get down to what is at the center. And it's cool because I'll tell you like this: we surprise ourselves, and the guests surprise themselves too about the things that they're willing to share and discuss. So that makes it really cool. I like that.
I just like the conversations.
Yeah.
Like you could say networking and all of that and getting to know people in business and all of that,
Yeah.
which is cool.
It's cool.
But I like the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. We meet a lot of people, like a lot of people.
Oh, okay, they do their job today. Go ahead, y'all. But she's right. We meet so many people, and not just the people that we talk to, but the people that are connected to the people that we talk to. And a lot of the guests that we have on the show, they'll introduce us to other people that they think would be a great fit for the show, that would get something out of being on our podcast. So a lot of the people that you all spoke with this year and saw that came in as guests that did classes and were on the podcast with you all, the reason why they were there is because of talking and discussion.
Maybe that's a good thing to, we need to explain exactly what Kids Gloves is.
Yes. Yes.
So this is a project that Kevin started, I guess, last August.
2 August. Yeah, it's about to be coming up too.
We're starting our second August.
Yeah.
At the Boys and Girls Club to teach podcasting to the youth, which y'all are interested in.
Yep.
Cool,
Yeah.
right?
In August.
You know what I like about this is we get to see you guys grow. So when we first started coming out here, you guys are literally like so small. I'm not even gonna lie. We can run the tapes back. But now, like a year later, we get to see you guys grow, talk, and mature, and be more confident in yourself and how you talk to each other.
Because that's the secret nugget.
Yeah.
It's not really about the technology and the cameras and all of that. It's about teaching everybody to talk.
Yeah.
And converse with adults like it's not a problem at all. Because
Yep.
it's not. We're all the same.
Yeah.
And so usually what we do is we'll bring in some guests that we've, a lot of times it's people that we've interviewed on our podcast, and we bring them in and they do a lecture one day and then sit down and do an interview with the kids. And we post it on their YouTube channel. And y'all like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Check it out. Kids Gloves.
Yep, Kids Gloves. And it's interesting to see the difference in the interview with us as opposed to with you all, because the questions that you have and the way in which they respond is going to be different.
Oh yeah,
because
they have a
the
lot more fun with you.
Yeah, they do. I'm not gonna lie. And not to say that they working with us, but when they come to us, they do present themselves in a way that they know, okay, this is a professional situation.
Yeah.
I want you all to take me seriously.
They're more
And
relaxed with you guys.
Yeah, sometimes we actually have to make our guests relax.
Yeah.
We have to let them know, no, you're good, you're calm. You can talk about what you want to talk about. We aren't here to hit you with gotcha questions. This ain't the Breakfast Club. You ain't got to worry about Charlemagne and Envy popping up on you. Just hilarious. Not going to start yelling and fighting. Yeah, we ain't donkey of the day. We ain't doing none of that. This ain't Big Boy in the morning. We ain't rolling at you like that either. So what's cool is a lot of them don't realize, they say, y'all really aren't doing none of that? Like, no. And they'll have really open, honest dialogue with us, which is good. But when they see y'all, they know up front, these kids ain't going to attack me. They want to actually talk to me, and they're happy, which is cool. So I like to see how they're, like, even with Robert, like, looking at how.
Oh, yeah.
I like the energy. It was just cool. So it's
That's
fun to see
another
it.
birthday twin of y'all.
Oh yeah, he's a Virgo too.
Yo.
Yeah, he's a birthday. Remember Robert,
Wow.
the guy who had, what did he
He's a
do?
Marine.
Bulletin Band-Aids.
Yeah.
He has our birthday too. I forgot about that. His birthday September 9th.
Birthday twins.
I don't like
What was your favorite episode that we did?
Hater.
Favorite?
I don't like y'all, but still
That
not gonna
that
say it.
y'all did?
Yeah, that was
That's a good question.
Gosh.
I liked Dogon's episode with you guys.
I
Yeah.
like the cooking episode.
I was about
Chef
to say,
Jay.
I did like
Like
Chef Jay's
DJ.
episode because
The DJ?
I wish
J
we'd have
Live.
got that.
Oh, last
Yeah.
week.
J Live
I wish we'd have got that recording down because that would have been a good interview too.
for
We had some technical difficulties that day, but
Yeah.
we had J Live came through and showed y'all a little bit about how DJing works.
Is there anyone that you guys that we didn't bring in that you guys would like to talk to in any career field?
Yeah.
that's another part of the Kids Glove.
Cosmetologist,
Yeah.
Oh, we could probably find that.
Like,
Yeah.
nail tech. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of the
Or
mic, girl. Speaking of the mic.
nail tech.
There you go.
They they have something to demonstrate on, not just talk.
Okay.
Because I think that's why y'all like Chef Jay so much too. Is because she actually cooked something and gave you a demonstration, and you were able to see and actually partake in the product.
Yeah.
It connects
I
you.
like hands on.
Hands on.
I figured.
Gotcha.
Yep. Interactive. Yep. Yep.
What else y'all want to know about us?
What made y'all start doing
Podcasts.
podcasts?
Ooh, this is a good question. Now, there's a couple of facets to this, y'all. So just to break it down, so y'all know a little bit about us. My brother, myself, and Mike, we've known each other since high school.
Well, yeah, y'all knew each other a little bit
Yeah,
before.
I've known him all my life. But
I know y'all since high school.
Since high
Yeah.
school, Mike's known us since high school, and then Kevin worked with Tamaya on other people's podcasts and shows. They would do photography,
I get the
videography.
ideas?
No, not even just ideas. Watch this. They work separately doing other people's work, right? And what we realized is, and this is something that's interesting, we never did something for ourselves.
Yep.
We were
doing other
always
people's.
doing for others. And that's fine. That's good. It's a beautiful thing in that. But there are times and places when you learn, and they learn from watching things crash and burn, and some things ain't work out the way they need to work out, that,
Right.
hey, we know how to do it, and we know how to make it work properly.
We know how to do it right.
Right.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Because we've
we
been
care
behind the
about it.
scenes so
Yeah.
much for everybody else, and now we're in front of the camera. So
Yep. And so now they're like, hey, why don't we make something for ourselves? And the idea of it, the crystallization of making this happen was actually because of the pandemic. And if you all don't know, my brother can talk. He likes to talk. He likes seeing people. And one thing that sucked about the pandemic was we couldn't see people. We couldn't go and interact and be out in the community with folks. And we wanted to make sure that we could still engage our communities, still be active, because we've always been active in our communities, whether it be with politics, whether it be with working at. Y'all thought this is the first time we've been at a Boys and Girls Club. My brother and I, we've been working at Boys and Girls Club since we've been in college. We've been coming in and teaching classes to kids and students. I worked at a university, works in education. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we come in is so comfortable and relaxed. Like, we already know what it is. And so we were like, hey, why don't we figure out a way to speak with people and have these discussions that we're having behind closed doors? Because my brother and I, we always get on the phone and we'll sit and talk for like 2 hours, right? And we'll be talking about a bunch of different things. And we're like, it'd be cool to put these on tape, but to also get other people's input. And so when the time came, we realized, all right, we really got to make this happen. It was at the end of 2020. And we're like, hey, we're actually just going to start this project. We're going to bring in Mike and we're going to bring in Tamaya. And we're going to put together our own podcast. So that way we can be able to make this thing happen the way we want and have full control of it. And we started online.
Yeah, we didn't have any of this gear.
None of
None of this stuff.
Yeah.
We just started with a computer.
Virtual.
Yep.
You know, everybody was zooming.
Yeah.
Everybody was zooming. We was out there zooming. But we actually used something. What was the name of that darn thing? Zencaster.
Zencaster.
Yeah, we used
The app that we
Zencaster. It's an
use.
app.
And then Riverside.
A recording app, so you can virtually call somebody
Yep.
for a podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a FaceTime, but it
Yeah.
records.
Oh,
And it goes to the cloud. And then from there, you can download it and edit your audio and stuff like that and put together your podcast. But what was cool about it was convenient because we could speak to people where they were at. They could be at home. I'm going to tell y'all like this, too. This is something funny so y'all realize how serious this is. We used to do it in the mornings on Saturdays.
Yep.
Every Saturday morning.
At like
One
8
interview.
a.m.
8, 9 a.m. One interview. And we'd all be ready and get up and do the thing.
Kevin used to get mad at me because I used to be laying in the bed recording the podcast. I would have my microphone like sitting up, like I'm laying in the bed, but the mic is still right there. He was like, "Tamara, are you laying down when you record? Because you sound muffled." I'm like, "Yeah." So now I have like a little setup. So
We got a little bit at a time. We
Yeah.
spent $20 on the first mic.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
when you need more, you get more.
Like, matter of fact, the equipment that you all use, the recorder,
the interface.
yeah, the interface, that was our first in-person interface that we used. Isn't that cool?
So we important, huh?
Yeah, y'all are
We
important.
learned from you guys.
Yeah.
yeah. Wait, how'd y'all?
How we did this right here?
Kevin did the logos.
Kevin
Yep.
does everything.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why you ready? When y'all ask who what a producer is,
That's
and what a
Kevin.
that's a producer. So when we ask y'all, hey, somebody has to be the producer, we're asking you to be
Be Kevin.
Oh,
When we ask somebody to be the behind the scene information person to make sure everybody's in line doing their thing, we're asking you to be Tamaya. When we're asking you to come in and sit and say, hey, I want to make sure that the equipment's working well, that the technical side, for instance, how we post the stuff and everything, we're asking you to be Mike.
Right.
When we ask you to come out here and put your questions together and talk well and eloquently, we're asking you to be me. That's why I bother you so much, because I can see that you have the skill.
Yeah.
So everything that we do, it has a purpose. And so even when we work with you all, we try to make sure that we implement that and that you all see where that comes from. So nothing's done without purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. No waste energy. What other questions y'all got, man? I like this.
Yeah, this is fun.
Access anything.
Anything.
We're in the hot seat.
Yep.
Who was y'all favorite person to interview?
This year, I already know. I've been waiting for this question. I like Merv Jenkins. I ain't gonna lie. I had so much fun that day. Dr. Merv Jenkins. He was a former principal educator, but he was also a hip hop artist and etc. Man, this man has done a lot. But he lives in Charleston, and we went to his house and actually did the episode.
Oh yeah, that's
That
a great one.
place was swanky. It was one of it was cool. Like we talk about, we
Yeah.
travel places. Well, we get really good hospitality too.
Yeah.
I will say that. Shout outs to everybody that has been on our podcast, that has welcomed us in and given us great hospitality. We have enjoyed the entire experience. It makes it easier for us to do our job when we know we're welcome. And a lot of these folks, they really reach out. They make time for us. They give us spaces to come into. I'm gonna tell you like this. I believe it's last season we did a episode at a baseball park,
Yeah. A baseball stadium.
and we got the carte blanche. We got use of the entire inside of the what people call the flies box seats,
The suites.
the suites.
It was a suite.
And you don't realize, you don't know until you ask, right? And this is why we ask you all. Like, she put this question to you on a lot of kids. They'll say, well, we can't do stuff, we're just kids. No.
Shoot.
Ask.
Yeah.
Ask. All you're gonna get is a yes or a no. And I remember my dad telling us this when we were kids, and because we were afraid of doing certain things. And my brother will tell you, man, you don't know, just ask, because we would be surprised about the people that say, yeah, we'll get on your podcast. Like, we're talking about people that work on TV, reporters, literally the congressman, the gentleman that came and spoke to you all, Jermaine. Like, we went to school with this gentleman, but we would think, hey, are you going to actually come speak with us? Yeah, just ask. Say, will you do it? And so we get the information that we need, and so it's awesome. It's awesome. And so we've learned, and a lot of things, one of the biggest things about podcasting that I've learned is it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to fall and pick yourself up. There's been many times when I've been in charge of that board over there and I didn't hit record.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've done entire episodes.
Yeah. So
We
it
were
happens
filming
to us, too.
documentaries.
Yeah.
It happens.
Did not hit the button. We had to
guests
bring them
come from out
back.
of town, sat
Oh!
down, had a great interview.
Yep.
Or sometimes, like with me, I forgot to call people to check in to see if they were actually going to come or available for their episode. So we'll be waiting for them to get there, and they canceled.
Yeah.
And you just got to follow up with people. So
We learn.
That's like when I first got started. I was a little like people when I first started. I went on soul training, man.
What?
That's where I created my own name. I created my own stuff. I'm the best thing what's happening because God gave me all that.
Hey.
You're Dog West, aren't you?
I'm the one.
What?
You're a legend, man.
Wow. No, like for real. Y'all know who?
Yeah, I seen it before.
Wow. Yeah, man. We see you walking down that street it's been 20 years.
Just like you said, you got people who tell you what you can't do. You don't worry about people. You do what the man upstairs gives you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's
You know
true.
what I tell you? Stay in your lane, go get God.
Right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Being honest with you, I walk around every day, 10, 15 miles every day.
Yeah.
I volunteered to have no food back over there. I do what God gives me. I don't retire me my own place. I'm a single, but I ain't got no girlfriend. I'm not no because I don't freak out.
Yeah.
I got women, I'm running from women. You gonna send me a book. I don't know any kind of woman. Any kind of woman can't take it. I'm being honest.
Yes, sir.
I be dancing all over. I do parties. I'm gonna do a thing with her said.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's what's
Y'all
up.
see the stuff on Facebook. It speaks for itself.
Exactly. Exactly.
And young people, get straight in school. Quit listening to other people and mean on it. You see when you messed up, when you obey your mama, you couldn't your life short, baby. What was wrong with y'all young people? See your parents, they'll put the phones in the children, ain't that wrong? And the grandmama and the granddad,
Wisdom.
when I was 14 years old, it put me, like told me, live out there in the street out there. I went back to him, I said, Dad, I'm sorry, because I was smelling myself at the time when he told me, and he got my lap when I was 14. And I've been straight ever since, because I went back to talk to the father. That's God.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what you need. Get me at the right place at the right time. That killed my competition. Now get back to the place.
And I like what he was saying because just so y'all understand, part of what he's saying too is you have to be humble.
Yeah.
And that's one thing when we learn from making a podcast or doing a podcast, being active in it, is learning how to be humble.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember our first season. I always bring this up. First season, we had an interview with somebody. Awesome guest. I'm not going to even say the information on name that. Awesome guest. Well-known person. And I was asking certain questions, and the interview was starting to derail. It was getting emotionally hot. And I had to realize what was going on. We couldn't even see the person because we was virtual, right? So I had to realize what was going on. I said, humble yourself, bring it back down, let this person have that space, right? And in the interview, everything went well after that. And so that was something I learned from that first season. So now when I interview people, extreme humbleness. Remember that. Mm-hmm. Extreme humbleness.
I think that first season, I think we all kind of felt like we were supposed to converse more. And then we figured out that it was more like just let them have a space for them to go.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then we just say enough little tidbits to push it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And another thing we learned is, who was the best talking on the mic out of all four of us?
Preach.
Who can have the best conversation, who's good at doing the intro, outro, flow in, asking hard-hitting questions. You got to read people energy. You got to read your co-host energy.
Yep.
It's all a process.
That's part of being humble, man, knowing that you do something well and what you don't do well and letting others come in and do
Yeah,
the
you
job.
guys are learning really well, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you guys.
Yeah, man. Give yourself a clap. Give yourself a hand clap. Give yourself a hand clap. So I know we have to get ready to wrap up. But before we close out, and this is our season finale.
This is our season.
Yeah, it's our season finale.
Yeah, y'all ain't done.
Yeah. Y'all got work to do. Y'all still got work to do. Do you all have any other questions for us at all? It's your chance to ask. Don't be bashful.
And get the education. Stay in school.
Preach.
Get the education.
Yup.
Stay in school.
Yeah, man.
Once when you don't obey your mother,
Yes,
you
right.
really show.
Yep. He ain't lying. I'm telling y'all how it is. You better get it while you can.
Well, I would like to say this is the first time I've ever seen them this speechless.
Yeah.
Because they talk all the time.
All the time.
And they ask us
And get
questions
them cups
all
of
the
ice
time.
And the
So-
snacks. That pickles that time got me bewildered.
So now we know what to do. Put them on our
Yeah.
podcast so they'll stop talking.
This time we don't like y'all.
Season 5.
Yeah, man. Yeah, all right, just so y'all know, this is the end of season 5. All right. So 5 seasons.
5 years.
5 years.
100 and maybe what, 140, 50
That'll be 150
episodes?
plus episodes. Yeah,
we out there.
episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just so you all know,
Little bit at a
starts
time.
a little bit at a time. Start small. You got to grow something, just like a plant. It's not going to happen overnight. Okay. All right. So we're gonna shut it down for this episode. What I always like to do on our episodes, so y'all got to do it today because I'm here. Y'all got to do what we do. You ready? So this is DJ and what? Announce yourself. Who are you?
Taylor.
Takara.
Mike.
Jamari.
And Tamaya.
And in the background. Say it loud.
Cassidy.
She said her name. She said her name. And we are with. Oh, shout out to Dog West.
Shout out to Dog
Shout out to
West.
Dog West. A legend. And for the Hilltop Glove Podcast and Kids Gloves, this is a season finale for season 5. We love y'all. We appreciate you. Keep tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you love somebody, as you better love somebody, please tell somebody next to you that you do love them and you appreciate them. And until the next time, peace.
The Hilltop Girl Podcast.